shooter, David Shaza, was released from the hospital late this afternoon. He is one of two officers who were shot in East Lansdowne yesterday while responding to reports of a child shot at a home on Lewis Avenue. The home was torched after the shooting with 6 people inside. We learned from a family member who tells us all 6 people inside the home were killed, including 3 children. They've been identified as the Lay family. We're told multiple generations live there in the house.
And this is some video of that home on Lewis Avenue. Still a very active scene today. This just 24 hours after authorities were first called to that location.
We have crews working this story from every angle. Action News reporter Maggie Kent is standing by at Penn Presbyterian Hospital with an update on the injured officers. Chad Pradelli spoke with a woman who identified herself as the mother of the suspected shooter. But we begin our coverage with Caroline Goggin, who's on the scene in East Lansdowne with the latest on the ongoing investigation. Caroline.
Well, Sarah and Gray, as you mentioned, this is an active crime scene at this hour. It's been a really difficult one for crews to navigate. I want to give you a look at that scene.
Take days.
A recovery operation is currently underway in this Delaware County neighborhood. Crews spent part of the morning working to ensure this East Lansdowne home was stable enough to begin their search.
There's like 6 feet of water in the basement. The walls could collapse at any time, and there's still hot spots burning.
Investigators are looking for answers after a dramatic scene played out late yesterday afternoon. Just before 4 o'clock, police say there was a call for a shooting at 58 Lewis Avenue.
A call went out from our 911 center that an 11-year-old girl had been shot.
When police arrived on scene, the DA says a suspect opened fire. Sources say they believe the shooter was firing from the 3rd floor when the officers were struck. 2 officers, one from Lansdowne, the other from East Lansdowne, were shot and dragged out of danger by Upper Darby police.
Our officers, numerous officers responded, got ballistic shields, and were able to go onto that street, drag those officers out.
The officers who were rushed to the hospital are expected to be okay. About 15 minutes after they were shot, officials say someone set the home on fire. The DA says the Lay family lived inside this home.
There are at least 3 adults and 3 children who are unaccounted for and that we fear were in the home at the time of the shooting and the subsequent fire.
A family member tells us those 6 people are dead, and we have now learned 2 of their bodies have been recovered.
We're still at the stage of trying to get into the house bit by bit and recover bodies and evidence.
In addition to finding remains here on the scene this afternoon, they also recovered a rifle on the scene. Now, because they've deemed this scene unsafe, they're doing everything they can to make sure the police officers who are working here are being as careful as possible.